Hello everyone out there, I am Winter Grey today recording from Laogai server. And last episode I said something really interesting and something really challenging. I said that I was going to build an Iron Titan, and you know what? I decided to do something more effective and easier. So that's not it. I went into creative mode and I just did a little contraption that is going to help in that. There we go. We're going to have tons and tons of iron on this server, the easy way, and this is going to be how this is going to work. all right, so far has been so good for a joke, but no, that is not how it's going to work. Of course, let's destroy this thing here. Well, you can see there's a redstone block line, and I am on creative and all that. And oh, hello creeper up there. I am actually not on the server. This is a local backup of the world of Laogai world. Oh, I wonder how many blocks are those. Well, not so many so far, but I could have done better. Yeah, so the reason I did this, I did this creative copy. Well, I do backups of the world every so often, so we can all do check stuff, tests, and primary for backup, because anything can happen and destroy the world, and there's a lot of work put into this, and I don't want this to get lost. So that is the reason I have backups of the world. And I was trying to see if I wanted to build an Iron Titan, that contraption, that build has to be done on the spawn chunks. It can't be done any other where, because it wouldn't work. The area wouldn't be loaded, and the it wouldn't work. So I can do that level of epicness. I can do that. I can do that massive construction and do that. But we have a problem right now. One problem is that I didn't put my phone in silence, and I just fixed that. I hope it is still going to vibrate, so I hope it doesn't cause any more problem. I don't know how much time I'm going to spend in creative and doing tests. So actually this episode is going to be a weird one, because we may actually not be on the server very much, because I'm just trying to put out all the work I have done on the research for what I want to do. So what I want to do is an iron farm, and I wanted to produce iron in large amounts. I don't think if I can get it to be massive, but just large amounts. So the redstone blocks outlines the spawn chunks. The spawn chunks is an area of 16 by 16 chunks around the spawn, the player spawn. So I have a compass on my hotbar, and if I come here at this spot, this exact spot, you can see that the compass goes crazy when I cross this block where this hopper is here. This hopper is here for a reason, because when we throw ender pearls through the end portal, they land here, because this block marks the spawn of the world. You can see that on my compass. As I cross this block, actually it is this corner of the block, the northwestern corner of the block, which is the spawn, the center of this is the exact center of the world. And I did all this sandstone stuff around it to mark which is the chunk where the spawn is centered. And there is actually, since it's a 16 by 16 area, it is not centered on one chunk. It is actually 4 chunks which are the center, but the spawn is primarily centered here. If I press F3 and G, we can see that very clear. You can see that I outlined this chunk very well before doing the F3G stuff. And so these 4 chunks here mark the center. So 8 chunks that way and 8 chunks that way is the first frontier, I could say. and so on, 8 chunks there and 8 chunks on the front. So I put all these redstone blocks around it just to, I'm going to take this off just to mark how the spawn chunks are on the server. So there's no space where I can build the Iron Titan because I will destroy what is currently the spawn of this world, and I don't want to do that. These buildings are very nice. I don't want to have problem with them. If I were to build that farm, the doors should be removed, and I will have to do it up there or down there, and there's a lot of complications around that. So yes, that is not doable unless I move the world spawn, and that is some other thing I don't want to do. I don't want to move the world spawn. I don't want it to be any other place. I want to keep this as it is. So my plan is to make 2 or 3 smaller farms that are not going to be producing the big deal of iron constantly. Oh, okay, forget that. But since they will be loaded all the time, it will be a slowly and steady constant flow of iron being produced. And I guess that will be enough for a first instance. So we're going to do a lot of different things to explain what I have been researching and doing so far. I'm going to press F3 and G again. There we go. So these are the edge of the spawn chunks. This chunk here and this chunk here. So actually this, yeah, the redstone is inside the chunk. This redstone is not on the actual server though. This is just on my local file. This went a little bit there, but this is actually the chunk. I have an iron farm design of 1 chunk that could work. So if I do one of those modules here, there is no other door close that is going to mess with it. So I can make 1 here, and let's see, I have to do another one like 3 chunks further. Let's see, for about here I could, or maybe here. I don't think any doors on that building would mess with this farm also. So I'm going to try to make 2 of them, maybe 3 if I could make another one here. I know there are doors on that church there, but it's far enough. So maybe I could fit 3 of those models here, and have a slowly and steady flow of iron being produced. I'll see about that. So and I don't know if I could use some space here. There are doors on that building. Maybe I could do another one here. And as long as no one makes houses using wooden doors on this area, everything will be fine. So the thing is that those farms will not look good. So I may ask some good builder to help me with that. I'm going to make the farm design working, then I will ask someone else to make them look nice. That is going to be my plan. But before jumping on the server, I'm going to take you to my development environment of the mods I am doing, mainly for the series YouTube mod Minecraft. Yes, I'm going to jump to another series on this video. No, that's not actually the case. The only reason I'm going to go there is to try to explain what I have been doing and how I have been doing it, and how I am understanding all these works and all that. So I think that's going to be the next step. So I'll see you there. So we are now looking at a weird screen with some code, and I don't know, well, I really like this. I really like doing this, and I'm not very good at explaining, and I'm not sure if someone or anybody watching this video will understand what I'm doing here, but I'm just gonna move this. You can see there's some code here that is actually an item on this mod. it's an item called the YouTube wand, that while the item updates, I am just telling it to print something on the logs, and it's printing the villages on the world and the number of villagers and some data like that. So I'm just going to run the game from this program, which is Eclipse. I'm just going to run it. This may make no sense that I'm doing this, but I spent like 3 hours yesterday trying to figure out how to do a smaller farm that produces fast iron and all that. So doing a small farm doesn't really work if you want to have large amounts of stuff being produced. So but as long as it's constant, I mean, if it's loaded constantly in a server, it's just going to be producing iron. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do. The current iron farm we have on the server is on the farm area, and that area is not loaded because it's away from the it's away from spawn. All right, so I'm going to go to this iron test, and this is a test world, and this is the item. Okay, that just has no sense to be doing. Actually, I'm just going to stop that because I don't need it. I don't need it to be doing anything there. There we go. You can see that down here, I'm going to try to move this. I don't know if this is possible. Down below, you can see that something is being printed. Server info, no bills. That's something I just put there. This item, YouTube Magic Wand, is the one that is creating this log down here, and I just lost the focus of the game. And it's telling me the villages that are on the world and all that. So this is a spawn. This is the spawn chunks, and I have a lot of hoppers here that are sending items like to, I don't know, 40 chunks there, and the item goes all the way there and returns. So it loads all those hoppers even though they are on unloaded chunks. That means that the chunks are being loaded somehow, but only the tile entities are loaded, not the entities. This may be confusing, so I'm just going to trouble here, and okay, this has no importance at all. So you can see that down there it changed. The game now has detected one village on this world, and there's an iron golem spawning there. Oh, something might be messed up. Okay, maybe I have to do something different. There's a lot of sound here. I'm just going to push this guy here. This could be fixable maybe. There we go. So this has one village, and it says the population of the village, so that golem is going to fall down to that lava trap here to get killed, and the iron is going to be collected on this chest. That's how it is working. So this is the one chunk design that I was talking about. So you can see down there that the population of this village, because there are doors and villagers, is 105 villagers, and it has 28 doors, and it has the coordinates for the center of the village. So the golem should be spawning here, but it checks for some surrounding areas also, so I'm going to have to fix that. Okay, and I'm going to show you how the golems spawn. If I go to the village information here, so the number of iron golems has to be less than the... Okay, this is the condition. So iron golems is less than this number, which this number here is the number of villagers divided by 10, and there has to be more than 20 doors, and if a random number between 0 and 6,999 is equal to 0. So if all this meets, it spawns an iron golem. So that's how it works. I have to have more than 10 villagers and more than 20 doors for these to be spawning. So the more, if I have that, so golems are spawning, and since I am killing the golems, the game tries to spawn another one, but that is a chance of 1 in 7,000. So that is because it is slow, because it has to be a random in 1 in 7,000 possibilities to for a golem to spawn. So if I go there, this one is not active though. This farm I deactivated, so it doesn't have any doors nor villagers, and this one is the other one working here, so it doesn't merge with that one. It is far away enough. So this one also produces golems the same way. Now you can see down, if you can check on that, there are 2 villagers on the world. I mean 2 villages on the world, and each one is going to be producing golems at different centers, which is this one. So if I press F3 and G, you can see this farm fits in one chunk, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chunks away from the other one. I guess it could be closer to prevent it to merge. I just went this far to make sure that it didn't merge. So yes, that's what I have planned to do on Laogai server, a couple of them, and see how it works. Maybe I'm just going to make this higher to prevent golems spawning on this area where they shouldn't be spawning. So that is how it is going to work. So I just wanted to say that because I spend a lot of time checking on these numbers and formulas, and I was also trying to load chunks away from the spawn, but that is just not possible as I understand for now. I'll keep trying. Maybe there's a way to load chunks, but I mean in vanilla, I'm not going to mod the server. This is not to mod the server. This is just to see how the vanilla game works. No mods are going to be installed on the server, and I'm just checking how vanilla game works here. And I am looking for a way to load chunks in vanilla. That is what I'm looking at, and I haven't had success so far, but I'll keep researching and maybe I'll find out. So now we're going to hop on the server and get to do some actual stuff in there. I'll see you on Laogai. Wow, this has changed. Oh, there's a wonderful job being done here around. It's like, wow. Right, so that should take to my base if I were to take the ride and just sit and relax and go all the way to my base. Okay, so that's a lot of gas spawnable area down there that I think should be redone. Whoa, okay. Okay, so this is different. Let's take one of this. Wow. Little bit of rubber banding down there, but there we go. Okay, so this is the actual server. No more cheating, and it's time to plan the area. I don't think I'm going to get to the actual construction right now, but this place should be the same as the backup I was working on the previous segments. And after doing all that I did, I think I have enough information, so I brought a lot of building stuff with me. So let's see if we can lay out the area. I should do this floating up there. I don't think I should do that down there, but we're going to get something going on down there to catch the golem. So we're going to have to do some underwater stuff during this process. This may be done off camera because it's a lot of work that I think it's best if I do it off camera. Otherwise I'm going to have to wait until I have recording time, and that is not gonna be good because I don't always have recording time, and maybe I'm just going to show progress on the next episode or something like that. So I'm going to craft a large chest like this, and I'm going to put all the stuff in there that should be fit. I brought with me some stone that I'm going to turn into stone bricks. I have wood to make the doors, maybe ladders. I didn't bring any glass to make sand. Okay, my brain was working in reverse that for a moment. I didn't bring any sand or glass because I'm gonna use that. Maybe some sea lanterns, maybe some glowstone, because I emptied ocean temple, but I haven't done a guardian farm. So let's do this. F3 and G. So that should be, if I do this. Okay, so this seems to be looking fine. Let's see, can I go there? There we go. Grab more of this. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's always hard to hit exactly the ladder. Okay, so this is the area, and I should be able, let's see, to get into, if I want to come here, I need to do something to catch the golems down there. So if I climb the ladder, I'm gonna come here. So this is exactly one chunk, and I still need to bring the villagers here. Maybe that's going to be an off-camera work, because first I have to breed them, bring at least 3 here, then make like an infinite breeder somewhere, and maybe I'm going to make an infinite breeder at the other corner of spawn, then put the villagers here. So that's going to involve a lot of rails and that. So that might be for a next episode. I'm afraid that I lost a bit of footage at this moment, and I'm going to try to see if that's fixable or not. Let's see, I just want to check if this is if that's the middle of this chunk, those 2 blocks there. That seems to be the case, so those 2 are the middle of the chunk, like that. So I have to be careful of something. There's a game rule in 1.11 that is going to affect the maximum amount of entities in one spot, and I don't want these guys to die because of that. So there's a couple of things I can do, and maybe the first one is going to be the one I'm going to do. Disable that role so that entities don't suffocate. I mean, set the maximum amount to 0, and that keeps the things exactly as they are right now. And another thing I can do is to be careful of not have more than 20 entities stacked in one place. But I think I'm just going to disable that role once we update to 1.11, because I don't think it is a really well. Of course, it reduces lag a lot, because if you have a lot of if you have a world with a lot of farms where you put a lot of entities in one spot, of course it's going to be a laggy one. But not sure. I do want to keep the farms, because farms are fun, and I just don't want to disable that that feature, I'm going to put torch. Can I put torches and don't mess with the doors? I guess I'm going to have to go down there somehow. I don't want any zombies spawning and breaking the doors and then making a mess of all of this. Maybe if I do something like that. Okay, I'm going to find a way. I have to build the how this is going to work anyways. But that's all the time I have today, and there was a lot of stuff that I have been doing around here. And even though I think I lost some footage, it could be recoverable though, but not sure on that. So that's gonna be all. I'm going to finish this off camera. I already showed you the model of how this is going to be. This is an uglier one because I just used stone bricks to do all the stuff, but someone else can make it pretty and functional still. And yeah, so it's going to be all for today. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I hope to see you on the next episode. Goodbye. May you all be well.